H-Town down. H-Town down. I just need to just show y'all who y'all are. I'm going to give you a slight preview of what's to come. I went and I searched what was happening out here in these streets over the last 24 to 48 hours. I'm not going to lie. I was not happy with what it was that I found, what was going on in Houston. You know, y'all got a different type of crime. And I don't know if it's just the area, the location, or whatever, but y'all got a different type of crime. Let me show you what I'm talking about.
Only on Fox tonight, some residents who live in a small upscale townhouse condominium in the Galleria area say they're witnessing sex parties and violence. It's actually become a weekend occurrence, and they blame short-term leasing as the cause. Fox 26's Randy Wallace is joining us live from the Galleria area tonight with this crazy story. Randy.
Tell us about it, Randy.
Yeah, Caroline. Now, we sat down and talked with 7 residents. The ones that we interviewed on camera, they asked that we not show their face, say their names, and all but one wanted their voices altered.
Now, remember, guys, everything that we're having a conversation about is spirit of moment, happened over the last 24 to 48 hours, okay? So I just want y'all to take that into consideration as far as the context, all right?
It's all due to an Airbnb out of control.
If I can describe in one word what happened to the neighborhood is filth. They bring filth to this established family neighborhood.
These townhouses are on a street right off of San Felipe. The $500,000, 3,200 square feet homes offer a lot to like, except come-and-go neighbors on the weekends.
2 individuals decided to engage into some adult activities right there, right in front of us.
Residents say their driveways are routinely blocked by gun-toting pot smokers.
Not the gun-toting pot smokers. Not getting it on the balcony, literally right in front of the kids. Right in front of the kids. Yeah, don't worry. We just getting started. I promise you. We just now getting started. You telling me that y'all busting it down in front of the children? Gun toting, pot smoking, hot hoeing right in front of the children. And this is what y'all doing in Houston. So Atlanta said we going to Houston. And this is what we doing out here in these streets. Let's continue.
Complaining could get you killed.
Exactly. Even doing this is making me scared for me and my family, and it shouldn't be so.
What did you think when you saw the sex act on the balcony?
It was terrible. I felt terrible. This was on a Monday morning. We could have had kids. There's an elementary school, 2 minutes away from us.
There are acts of violence. There are multiple police reports. There are acts of indecency.
Residents have sent more than 87 emails to HPD since June. Many of us have called 311 and HPD from 10 p.m. to 5 a.m. in the hope to have cops help us to end this nightmare permanently. Has the nightmare ended?
No.
Is it worse?
Yes.
It's kind of destroyed my morale in being in this neighborhood.
Shout out to all of my ladies that's built like ants, walking through the neighborhood with no pants. Shout out to my ladies that's built like ants, walking through the neighborhood without no pants, but she did have a swimsuit on, so, it was what it was, but no shoes, weaving and sandaling it up like my dog O'Shea Duke Jackson would say, and out here ruining lives and performing acts on top of the balcony. Okay, let's get. Don't worry. As a matter of fact, I'll do you one better. I don't want to just paint y'all in a negative light just based off of what it was that I've seen over the last 24 to 48 hours. Let me bring you up to speed of what's happening out here.
Right now, we are learning more about a shooting where a man with a concealed carry license uses his weapon and fires back at 2 attackers, wounding one of them and killing the other. It all went down in Humboldt Park overnight.
I'm sorry. This was the wrong one. I meant to go to something different. I had something lined up for Chicago. Don't worry, Chicago. We're going to revisit this one right now. But let's go back over to Houston really quickly.
Video that could honestly be from an action movie. This is a robbery in Southwest Houston that got the feds' attention because these bad guys took dozens of guns that are still missing. You're watching Fox 26 Crime Files. I'm Abigail Dye. Now, that violent robbery is something we don't see every day. Ski masks, victims on the floor. I mean, that's complete chaos. Matthew Seedorf has this exclusive.
New dramatic video from Friday's pawn shop robbery. 3 masked thieves inside Cash America Pawn in Southeast Houston wearing navy and black. One suspect making a worker open the safe, a second dragging the staff member into the room at gunpoint.
The fact that they move in quick and it's almost like they have, been inside the store before, or at least had knowledge of kind of how the store is laid out.
This robber frantically smashing locked cases. Another holding a gun to the back of an employee's neck for what must have seemed like an eternity.
Oh, don't worry. I know that they didn't bring Houston to the front of the congregation because y'all thought that y'all city was just chilling and safe. This is what's happening overnight. Let's continue.
Thieves stealing jewelry, almost $20,000, and at least 34 firearms.
Here recently, we've seen a slight uptick in these robberies. So we don't know if we're dealing with a crew that has done this before or if this is something new to them. But nonetheless, our main concern is bringing these individuals into custody before they end up hurting somebody.
Stolen guns, a major problem right now across Houston. Last year, more than 4,000 firearms taken from inside cars alone.
We've had apartment complexes with 40, 50, 60 cars broken into and nothing missing. They're looking for guns.
The initial act obviously was egregious and violent, but
no, he didn't steal my word and say egregious.
The additional concern is where are these firearms going and who are they going to and how are they going to be used?
ATF now offering a $5,000 reward for information leading to the arrest and conviction of these 3 pawn shop thieves. Reporting in Houston, Matthew Seedorf, Fox 26 News.
An entire family, including young children, seeing something horrific that they won't ever forget. Fox 26's Dominique Keith spoke with the family who had to watch a deadly shooting.
Here outside Garza's tire shop is where a man spent his last moments alive. Tragically, 3 little children had to witness that fatal shooting.
It was a scary moment for him.
Scary not only for the owner of Garza's tire shop here on Lockwood Drive, who's speaking with us through an interpreter, but also for his wife and 3 children who were visiting him at work.
The kids were playing around and people just come pull up and they start shooting each other. So it kind of traumatizing for him.
Surveillance video captured the chaos. 53-year-old Dwayne Robinson was driving this light brown pickup truck before he was shot to death. And according to witnesses, the gunman was in this maroon SUV. And
you want to see a culprit? Want to see who your friends and family is? Y'all want to see the people that's out here performing? Don't worry, we got a whole compilation of what's been happening over the last 48 hours in Houston. Yeah, come on up. Come on up to the front of the congregation with this great American city.
Anthony Ray Gardner has been arrested for the shooting. Court records show in 2001, Gardner killed a man by beating him with a bat. Now Gardner is charged with murdering Robinson and being a felon in possession of a firearm.
One guy started shooting the other guy, and it happened too fast that when he came out, he just seen the man just bleeding.
Witnesses thought the victim would survive.
The man that got shot, he thought he was going to live because he got shot, he fell to the ground, got up again, walked around the truck.
The tire shop owner and his workers are now praying for the man to rest in peace.
Don't worry about it. We got a whole compilation of things to go through, but I'm going to preserve this for you. And I'm going to go back over to something a little bit different. I want to show you what's happening on the financial side of Houston.
New at 10, we are hearing from the victim of a scary robbery caught on video. This video shows the robbers shocking a woman with a taser just minutes after she left a bank. The robbers then went on a shopping spree. ABC 13's Jessica Willie is joining us live now to share what this victim told her tonight. Jess?
Yeah, and Erica, the victim wanted to share her story because she wants to warn others. She says you never know when you can become a victim. She was just sitting in her car in this parking lot when she was attacked. Small in stature, she fought back and tried to run after them even after she had been shocked with a taser.
It was so scary.
It was a daytime robbery earlier this month. The 25-year-old victim unsuspecting.
He looked like 17, no older than 19 years old.
So y'all got 17 and 19-year-olds snatching people up out of their car, mass robberies, stealing nothing but guns, felons walking around on the street that done beat people to death before is out here doing hits on people that don't even speak English. Don't worry about it. We're going to get there.
I couldn't believe a kid was attacking me like that.
A surveillance camera captured it all. As she was about to get out of her car, one robber opened the door and demanded her purse. Somehow, a taser didn't slow her down. She fought back and ran after them.
In the moment, I didn't feel like I was tased. Like, I had so much adrenaline, so much fight in me that I was just fighting him back. But right after, my whole arm was red, and later that night, my whole body was sore.
They stole her purse with everything in it and didn't waste any time to use her credit card, stopping for food before heading to the Galleria, where more cameras captured the foursome.
They went to Burberry, Foot Locker, Cane's.
These dudes committed let me tell you how dumb the criminals in Houston are. They committed a felony, multiple different felonies, tased somebody, took their stuff, and then they went shopping. And guess what? If you look at the camera, they fit the description. I keep telling y'all, if you not a criminal, cut your hair, fam. If you're not a criminal, look, bro, look. You fit the description. And don't sit here and tell me about how you don't know what the description is or anything like that. You fit the description. They went shopping at Burberry. They got something to eat. They did everything. They went straight to the Galleria and they had them a good old time, them and their friends. They was in there flexing. They probably on TikTok showing the money. Woo! I love this show. You know why I love this show? Because all we have to do is display what the truth is, and then we can draw our own conclusions. Don't take my word for it. Take their word for it.
Burger King.
They were able to charge about $400 worth of merchandise, but were declined at one store. One robber appears to look up in frustration. It was a perfect.
Ain't nothing like a dude that get his card denied and be like this. Peace up, H-Town down.
Picture. This victim so scared now she asked to remain anonymous and hasn't been able to leave her home by herself.
I need them to be caught. Like, this needs to be stopped. They need to learn their lesson and they need to find God. They need to find a better thing to do, a job.
You know what the worst part about it is? As we show all of our culprits and the people that are walking around with their supply and demand shirts on, hey, homie got the same jacket on that he had when he robbed her. Same jacket on as he had when he robbed her. You know what the interesting thing about this whole thing is? Y'all gonna tell us to make sure that we support the youth, go out there and preach. Them boys is out there at Burberry and eating some Raisin Canes and got some Whoppers from Burger King. They're not thinking about what I'm trying to tell them. Slow money, they can go and just snatch and beat up somebody and tase them and take their purse without any kind of retribution, any kind of accountability whatsoever. And they all hanging out down there in Houston. And let me tell you what the worst part about this type of crime is, right? Trust me, I know. when you get robbed or somebody take your stuff or they take your wallet or something like that and they take your money or they carjack you, the worst part about it is that they got the keys to your crib or they have your ID and they know where you live. That's the worst part about it, is that you can't sleep. You can't sleep. I never went back, not one day. Not even that same night. I never went back to the place that I lived at when I got jammed up. I never went back to the place that I lived at once I got jammed up. I got me and my family up out of there, and we straight up moved. I never went back to the place because you got my keys. You know where I live. You know everything about me. You got my ID. You got everything. You got the keys to my car. Hopefully they catch him. Hopefully they catch him. Hold on. Let me move back a little bit real quick. Let me go back to one other thing and see something real quick.
Fernando was at work in this West Houston office building when police arrested Alberto Flores and Jose Uzeta from their suite. Fernando says he saw a lot of people in and out of that suite over time that's now locked and empty with an
Y'all got fake dentists, robbers, killers, dealers, stealers, and then parties with people with BBLs getting it bust down on balconies in neighborhoods that you're not supposed to be in at all. So we just going to go span the gamut, and we're going to give y'all the quick hits of what's happening out here in Houston as John Whitmire tries to come in and clean up what's happening out here in these streets. I think that they got a long road ahead of them. As we slowly, I wanted to give you a summary of what it is that I'm seeing out here in these Houston streets. As we slowly but surely explore the crevices and the cracks of what's happening out here in Houston, Texas, I just want to be clear that as you guys came out in an 8.3% voter turnout rate to determine who was going to be the leader of your city, let me say it one more time. As Houston showed up with a 8.3% voter turnout rate, we see why. Over 2.8 million people living in Houston, and less than 200,000 people actually voted for your mayor. Let's see if we can go through a little bit more and see what's happening.
Offender gets a get-out-of-jail-free card after failing to register time after time again. Randy Wallace has the story in his Breaking Bond series.
In 1996, Jerome Desra Howard is convicted of aggravated sexual assault of a child. The victim, a 13-year-old girl.
You're going to register for life because that's a very serious offense.
Howard had different plans.
He's got 4 felony convictions of failure to comply with the sex offender registry.
3 of those convictions sent Howard to state jail. For some unknown reason, he got probation in 2015 for the 4th conviction.
For the same offense, you get put on probation. I can't figure that one out. It makes zero rhyme or reason.
We have to help them kind of undo some thinking patterns.
Judy O'Brien is a licensed sex offender treatment provider.
He probably knows how to beat the system. He probably knows and wants to beat the system because that's a game.
It's a game Howard would win. In 2020, the court filed this order unsatisfactorily discharging Howard from community supervision. That's not a legal term and is apparently only used by judges in Harris County.
He was rewarded for being a failure.
I think he was just trying to beat the system, like he could get away with it.
Looks like he kind of did.
Looks like he kind of did. 4 times.
Last year, Howard is charged with possession with intent to deliver meth, his 6th criminal charge. Still, a magistrate grants Howard a PR bond or get-out-of-jail-free card.
Let me rewind this. I just want y'all to see who it is that you guys should be looking for out here in these streets. Okay? This is Houston specifically. So if you see this man in Houston, he's graduated, and these are the different mugshots. I knew that I couldn't trust him because if I looked in the lower left-hand corner, I didn't see no stash, man. Even when he decided that he wanted to be a good, upstanding citizen, he decided that he wanted to cut off his stash. So you decided to take off your stash, man. And that's how I knew that I couldn't trust you. You ain't got no hair on your face except for your eyebrows. You are an untrustworthy man. And then when he did decided that he wanted to grow a beard and a mustache, he decided that he wanted to get them things that's coming outside of his head. I'm not going for it. I'm not going for it. You not going to sit here, not register for the offendance, whatever it is that you got going on, be out here delivering and selling meth, getting rearrested multiple different times, and then walking around in Houston because you know that the judges ain't going to do nothing to you. Here, let me move forward a little bit and see what else we got going on out here in Houston.
Murdered just days after his 20th birthday, the family of Malachi Lopez is begging for answers as to who shot and killed this young man.
Happy birthday to you.
This video was taken 3 days before Malachi Lopez was killed.
How old are you?
20. All we have are the sweet smile, the memories, the videos. Our child is gone.
Rest in peace to Malachi. Listen, it's a lot that's been going on in Houston over the last 48 hours. It's a lot that's going on in Houston over the last 48 hours. I'm trying to understand because, see, the problem is, and the thing that y'all think y'all can do, you think that because you got a whole lot of people moving there from Atlanta that you can cover up what's happening out here in these streets because you got a bigger population now. No. We not gonna let Chicago just be the only one at the front of the congregation while y'all thinking that Houston is this blue oasis. No, we not gonna do that. We're not gonna do that. It's too many unsolved crimes and mysteries and people being released out here in these streets that shouldn't be out here in the first place. And y'all think that we just gonna let it rock? Don't worry. Listen. We got more that we gonna cover, but not today. Not today. Shout out to Houston with the Rockets with 2 fake championships because Jordan retired. See, the Pistons actually beat Jordan. Houston got 2 false championships, and y'all let a dude with no knees and Kenny Smith shoot y'all out of the fun. Don't worry about it. We gonna get there.